Okay. All right, good afternoon. Thanks for sitting through this. I'm Katie Barstow, and this is Molly Dunkle, and we're going to get down and dirty today in the beauty industry. Boom. Okay, so allow me to introduce my best friend and business partner, Molly. She has an amazing story. When she was 12 years old, she actually made some lip balm with one of her friends when she was living out in Arizona. And then she got the help of her dad, John, who's an environmental chemist. And they actually formulated a real lip balm recipe, and she managed to get it in a few stores in Fort Collins. And then, when she was 15 years old, she wrote a business plan and entered it into a contest and actually qualified to go to a business camp, all at the young age of 15 years old. So she went out to New York and went to a business camp.
Well, this is Katie, obviously, and this is a picture of her family. So when she was 5 years old, her dad actually started his own business and had about 5 retail stores within Colorado and now owns a successful online company. So she's been working with him, kind of like the other talk we just heard about entrepreneurship as she's grown up. And by the age of 16, she actually was doing graphic design work with him. So we met in high school gymnastics, and we combined our efforts. We sat down one day down in the lab in my parents' basement. We talked about the future. Katie was having a little trouble deciding what she wanted to do in college. She was about to start. And we thought, maybe we don't have to work for anyone else. Maybe we can start our own company and do this graphic design and do this lip balm company and create something from that. So that's pretty much where we started. And that was about 5 years ago.
Those 5 years have been hell. No, I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Those have been some really hard 5 years, is what I meant to say. You know, as Amy was saying, entrepreneurship is this, amazing word, and everyone always thinks great things about it because you're your own boss and you're taking risks and you make your own hours and you're going to make, whatever decision you want to do and do it just how you want. But today we wanted to come and tell you how hard it is to be an entrepreneur and how much we struggle with it every single day.
So the whole talk, we kind of planned it out to show you not only the stories that we've talked about over the past few years, but really the emotions we had behind it and what actually went on. So I'm going to start with business plan competitions. Throughout college, they tell you you can enter these competitions, you can write a whole business plan, you can go pitch your idea to investors. So this one in Indianapolis, we thought, okay, let's do this. We spent hours writing this 25-page business plan. We'd stay up all night, on top of full-time school and on top of these part-time businesses, and we created this business plan for our company, and we actually became one of the top 12 finalists in Indianapolis. We were flown out to Indiana, and then we pitched our business plan in the back of a limo, riding around the Indianapolis 500 Speedway. So.
Okay, we don't want to talk this down too much because it was awesome. It was awesome. But we made some serious sacrifices to get to this competition and to actually be there the day of. So I remember the night Molly called me. She goes, we made it. We're in the top 12. We're going to Indy. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I already have a vacation planned. She's like, yeah, me too. Because it was only a month before spring break that we found out we'd made it in. So we'd already made all these plans. Molly was going to California to go visit her grandparents. And I was going to be in Florida leading a volunteer trip with 10 CSU students. So we're like, oh no, here we go again. So we pulled some strings, we made it work because as every entrepreneur knows, you have to grab your opportunities and ride them out. So we were flying around the country and we ended up going here, but we were really stressed out the whole time. And we were only in Indy, for about a full day, so like 7 p.m. that night, and then the next day we were flown out by 5 p.m. So we hardly really got to enjoy it, but it was still really awesome.
It was fun.
Yeah.
So throughout our business, the past 5 years, we've been selling our products, obviously. The first 3 years, we decided we'd try our hand at festivals. So this is a picture of us at the New West Fest in Fort Collins. We set up a booth 3 years in a row. We'd sell our products. We got to talk to different customers, actually interact and see what they wanted and, sell our products right there. Unfortunately, as fun as this was, we loved it, but by the 3rd year, we realized that it wasn't something that was actually benefiting our company that much. Like we had people coming up to us saying, "Oh my God, I'm so excited! You guys are great! Congrats, you're doing well!" and then they'd walk off, and we're like, wait, come back, buy a scrub. We don't have enough money for lunch today. So, I mean, by that third festival, we realized we hit this plateau and we needed to change something and needed to develop our business model. So we ended up hiring a manufacturer to make our products for us, and they're based out of Loveland. We found a graphic designer, and we pretty much decided to just outsource the things that we weren't the best at, so we could focus on, not working for the business, but actually working on the company.
So about 1 year after we made all those decisions to evolve our company and step outside of it, we were presented with an awesome opportunity. We got invited to speak in front of 30, and not investors, but successful entrepreneurs, and we saw potential for investment in that room, which was the next thing that we needed for our company. It's the thing we always need for our company, it's money. But so we gave this presentation, and unfortunately afterwards we were both about ready to cry. The reason being, I was working a full-time job down in Denver because I had to pay my bills. And Molly was still a full-time student, so she had to run to her next class afterwards. And we were both just deprived of sleep and food and breathing, And so here we were at one of the peaks of our business. We just presented to all these people. Some of them had flown in from other countries, like China, just for this meeting. And it should have been one of the happiest moments, but it wasn't.
Yeah. So this kind of leads me to talk about the next step. I mean, one of the hardest things that we have had to battle with this business is the balance between our friendship and business. That's supposed to say business, but we have to balance, sometimes we're friends, sometimes we're business partners, sometimes we don't have enough time to talk, and especially when Katie was working in Denver full-time, I was a full-time student with another job on the side, we didn't have enough time to even talk. This past year, we created this online email relationships just so we could figure out business, and sadly, our friendship kind of got put on the line for a little while, but we decided, obviously, that friendship is more important. And at the time, Katie was working at this job, and she had enough money to invest a little bit into suites. And so we kind of had to decide, is this investment versus happiness? Which one do we go? And obviously, we picked happiness. So it kind of showed, the dynamics that we had to go through. But it ended up being positive. It was the same time she decided to quit that I was about to graduate. And that's kind of where we're at right now, is we both know we want to do this business, for the rest of our lives. And what better timing than right now?
Right, okay. So that was depressing. And, why would we put ourselves through this, 5 years of hard work and stress and sweat and tears and blood? But the truth is, Molly and I love being entrepreneurs, and we get so much out of it. And we started the business because it was a lot of fun. We were best friends making cosmetics and figuring out how can we market this and sell it. So it was really fun. And then about 1 year down the road, we noticed this theme because we're in the beauty industry, so we deal with a lot of women, and we noticed women were really lacking confidence when it came to beauty. So, we started thinking about it more. Here we are, we own a business, and this is what we're involved in, and we looked at our competitors, and why are women lacking confidence? And it's because we're sent these messages. The common message that women are sent is you need cosmetics to be happy. So this is just an advertisement we pulled off the internet where it's a really unhappy woman because she doesn't have anti-aging cream. You can't be happy if you don't have your cream. So, and she's lacking lip plumper. This woman's not happy. But, this really pissed us off. It really did. We talked about it a lot. We still do every single day. And we try and understand why it is what it is. And so we disagree that women need cosmetics for happiness. That's why we're here today to tell you. We actually think cosmetics is very similar to dating. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. The reason why it's similar to dating, I'll explain. A healthy relationship, you have a woman who's happy with herself, and then she finds a partner, and then they make each other happier. But you can't depend on the partner for happiness. It's the same thing with cosmetics and women. The woman has to be happy without the cosmetics. She has to feel comfortable and have her foundation and her confidence before she puts on her mascara or her plumper. And then if she can find that happiness without it, then she can go ahead and use the cosmetics. So we definitely aren't against cosmetics. We're just against bad relationships with them.
Yeah, I mean, we love cosmetics. Don't get us wrong.
We do. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm personally still struggling with some of that relationship with cosmetics. Some days I won't wear mascara and I'll feel like, you know, I just want to scream. I'm still awake, I promise. But it's one of those things where you step back and you think, you know, my friends and my family and the people that matter to me, they don't care if I'm wearing makeup. They don't care what I look like. And as much as we love it, we don't depend, like our confidence doesn't depend on cosmetics. It's that healthy relationship that we're trying to spread, and that's the message we're going for.
Okay, so for the last time, this has been a hard 5 years. But we love being entrepreneurs. We wouldn't give it up for anything in the world, and we're going to continue doing it for the rest of our lives. There's no doubt about that. And the reason we're able to continue being entrepreneurs is because we have found this passion. And that passion is helping women find happiness through a healthy relationship with cosmetics.
The end.